Hi everyone, welcome back to my Chinese lesson channel. Today, we are not going to learn new grammar or new vocabularies, but don't click away because what we are going to talk about today is way more important. Once you understand these ideas, you will learn Chinese much faster and you will understand Chinese logic much better. So we are going to talk about a super interesting difference between Chinese and English, and maybe many other Western languages as well. It's all about thinking order. In English, people often start talking from small to big, from micro to macro. While in Chinese, people usually speak from big to small, from macro to micro. You can also think of it like this. English likes to zoom in. Chinese likes to zoom out. I will give you some real-life examples. First one, address. In English, we often go from small to big. For example, number 16, Fifth Avenue, New York, the United States. Well, in Chinese, we go from big to small. So the same address becomes 美国纽约第五大道16号 The exact opposite. So if you live in China and need to give someone your address, always go in this order. Country, province, city, district, street, house number. This shows a very clear culture thinking style. Chinese prefer to see the whole picture first, then look at the detail. The second very common example is the date. In Chinese, we also use big to small order for the date. In English, we often say month, day, year, or day, month, year. But in Chinese, the order is always year, month, day, from big to small. For example, 2026年4月12日 is 2026 April 12th, but it's always written as April 12th, 2026 in English. Again, in Chinese, big time unit first, small time unit later. Third example, the name. In English, we often say the given name first. That's why it's called first name. And then the family name. For example, Tom Smith. Well, in Chinese, we always put family name at the first place, then the given name. For example, Li Ming. Li is the family name. Ming is the given name. And here's a very interesting point. In Chinese, the word for name is 姓名. 姓 means family name. 名 means given name. So even this word itself tells you family name first, then given name. Because in Chinese culture, the family is bigger than the individual. So we put the family first, then the individual person. The fourth example, sentence order. Yes, this thinking difference even appears in sentences. And this is one of the biggest difference between Chinese and English. In English, we usually put the most important information in the first place. Then add time, place, or reason. Well, in Chinese, we often say in the order like reason, or time, or place, or background. Then the main action. Example, 昨天下午我在家看书 Meaning, I read books at home yesterday afternoon. But the actual order in Chinese goes like yesterday afternoon, time, I, at home, place, read books, the action. Another example, 下班后我和朋友一起吃饭 Meaning, I eat together with my friends after work. but the Chinese order goes like after work, time, I, with friends, backgrounds, together eat, the action. You see, action goes in the end. The sentence order is more complicated than the other points, so we will see more examples here for your better understanding. 我早上7点起床 meaning I get up at 7 in the morning. But the Chinese sentence order is I, in the morning, at 7, get up. 周末我喜欢在家休息 meaning I like to rest at home on weekends. But the order in Chinese, weekend, I like to at home rest. 放学后我和同学一起回家 I go home with my classmates after school. Chinese order, after school, I, with my classmates, together, go home. All the examples above shows in Chinese sentence, we like to put the action in the last. Repeat after me. 昨天下午我在家看书。下班后，我和朋友一起吃饭。我早上7点起床。周末，我喜欢在家休息。放学后，我和同学一起回家。But why is Chinese like this? Chinese culture often focus on the whole first, then the part. We see the group or the family before the individual, and that reflects in the language. We say big things first, small things later. While English and many other Western languages focus on the individual first, so the order is exactly opposite. Once you feel this culture difference, Chinese grammar will stop feeling confusing. Let's summarize this simple but important rule. In English, it's from micro to macro. Always talk from small to big, detail to whole, individual to the group. In Chinese, it goes from micro to micro, from big to small, from whole to detail, from group to individual. The most useful examples you must remember: the Chinese order for address, country, province, city, district, street, number. The date, year, month, day. The name, family name, given name. The sentence structure, time, place, background first, action in the last. If you follow this big to small order, it can help you understand Chinese thinking and logic better. This is really good for learning the language. Well done, that's all for today's video. If you learned something from it, please like it and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!